that was wild. We're back though. The internet just completely died on me. Like everything just shut off for some unknown reason. That's like a not usual. I thought sure I won this round. Wow. Lost by 200 points. Just under 200, or just over? Just under 200 points. Yeah, the bursts is what did me there. That surprises the crap out of me. Like, I don't get it. Like, how are you doing that well? I mean, yeah, he threw the block, but like his rupture, is it still full moon? Is that why? Still full moon, isn't it? Fudge. Oh, and more buffs, meaning you can throw special twos more back to back. That makes sense, I guess. And he done messed this one up. Like, this was surprising. I took so much damage. Like more than half. Like I took more in the burst than I did in the crit fail. But this one, again, like I don't even. How do you do that with Serpent so well too? Like, I don't get it, man. Like I really don't understand how you don't just get wrecked. Like, it makes no bloomin' sense. Like, Serpent's good, but, like, you also have to have a particular, you know, upkeep on him to, I don't know, I don't understand that fight. This one, like, I can understand it, at least, but it's still stupid. And this one, obviously that makes sense, but slow. Jeez. The first round 2 I've won in a while. It's the first time I've lost round 1 and still won this season. Or no, second. I did it there too. We'll give that another go. Yeah, we're still getting points up. See, I don't think I can get to a 7-star because there's only 4,500 in there. But I only got 2,000. There's 2,000, no, 3,000 in there. So that's 5. That still puts me quite a bit short. Who can play at that game? Dude, Scream has been crushing it. Like, actually just killing it. Let's see. Hood can just crush that too, couldn't he? It's a sick 200 as well. Dang nabbit. A whole lot of just not good stuff, man. I'm not getting what I need, man. Really not. Oh, these all suck, man. All garbage. No bueno! Yeah, I think you're my weakest. Let's just throw you out there. Yeah. Ugh, it's just not gonna go well, man. He's gonna clap the crap out of that. My draft just sucks. Ooh. Bro! God, lag, man. Right when I'm trying to throw a special. It's nothing more frustrating than that, man. Dude, why would you? Wow, his fight went way worse than I was expecting, but I had no photon counter. Literally nobody that I could have used for it. Just shafted, beyond shafted, man. That's probably gonna get clapped pretty good. Probably. It's honestly amazing that works like as well as it does. Scream is a bit nutty, man. Yeah, my draft just was doo-doo. It's a crap ton of thorns for some reason. Yeah, my draft just sucked there though. It's whatever. So we're with 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're 5 and 3. We're still positive. Alright, Unawakened Fam, which means Gallon can crush. Hallelujah. There we go. Needed that really badly. What's she gonna do, Mega? That's probably smart. Alright, beautiful. Also, take Galhoon. I'm curious how this goes. Okay. Or Shadow. Either way. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna try Powerburn here on this one. I very much so dislike Limitrix though, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, what the crud? Okay, that one was my fault. And I'm dead. Oh my gosh, dude. Well, frickin' Lumitrix, man. So stupid. So dumb. Hot garbage that was. Straight garbaccio. I don't understand, like, how the movement happened that I was stunned right at the start there when I was like tried to attack him. It was like he was like charged a heavy in the middle of his own dashback is what it seemed like. I mean, hold on. If we I'm gonna pull that up here after this because that was dumb. That he like counter evaded me. Like he was dashing backwards. I have no idea what that crap happened. That was all kinds of just dumb. All right, we lose. We lose round 3 anyway if we or we don't. Please finish it. It just did not have the reach. And we lost! Huzzah! Yeah. Winnable. So 2 strip right. Yeah. With Spider-Woman. Yeah, it must be nice to having a Spider-Woman. Like, I can't ban who I want to ban because of, like, the meta. Spider-Man versus Chavez. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, that was slow. So... take it, but... it's just obnoxious, man. Obnoxious. Spider-Woman, man. Job is dumb too. I don't know. Yeah, Spider-Woman. Spider-Woman is just, yeah, Spider-Woman. Spider-Woman do Spider-Woman-y things. I need somebody for the stupid serpent, man. I don't have enough options that like are functionable in my deck, man. I really don't. Dang. Bummer, dude. Like I can't draft for the life of me. Straight garbage. Shafted. Absolutely shafted. Straight garbage. And he's got Gallon, so I'm just like extra screwed. It's rank 4, not even ascended actually, so it might not be that bad. I haven't bothered with him because I do have a SIG 200, but he's only a rank 3 6-star. But like I haven't bothered with one since. Dude, what the heck? I was not that close to you, dude. Jerk. Come on, bro, just throw it. If I could have had the health, I would have had it, because he also got 0 points on time. And it's like, it doesn't feel consistent though either. Like sometimes you can be closer and dash away, and other times like you're at that medium distance away, you try and dash and it says failed, and it's like, but why though? Makes no blooming sense. course it always nullifies the wrong buff. Too much damage, man. I actually finished faster. Oh my gosh. If I had just nullified the stupid buff, man. Ugh. Could have won round 3. Could have 100% won round 3. That was so garbage. Ugh. I somehow was eating special ones, apparently. Like, that was half the damage I took. If I don't even know how. What the heck, man? That's 3 in a row. My drafts have just sucked, man. I can't win a round. But yeah, as far as Namor, like, Namor is only good if they have a bunch of armor ups. Like, he's not going to function well enough unless you're, like, a higher ranking one as well. Versus just a normal champion that only has the armor up from the node itself. Like, it's not enough damage output. Like, it's only good versus, like, Red Skull, Viv, Colossus, Howard the Duck, which are try and, like, stick you kind of champions. That one was not an auto loss. Like, that one was very winnable. I just had, but last drive Red Skull, yeah. Rough. It's rough. Bullseye. The whole thing is dumb, man. That is just... Alright, I've only got one champion left that can actually do that Viv. And I passed on it in the first draft. Because I wasn't thinking about it. Oh, no, he can do it too. Never mind. Okay, we're good. I also got Colossus, though. I've only got one other one. One other champion that can actually do that. So garbage. It's not good. It's not good at all. I'm like, what are you doing? Alright, I need to just not screw this up this time, because I butchered this fight so bad. Come on. Why do I keep always getting physical resist, man? That's a win. Alright. I don't know why he opted for that, but whatever. The problem is, we're kind of screwed now. The only saving grace, I have to go for a round 3 win, which I just don't think I can get. If he doesn't put Colossus down, or no, if he puts Colossus down, we go for round 3. If he doesn't, we have to go for a round 2 win. And the chances we get it, not great, quite frankly. Okay, so we have to go for a round 3 win. It would have been funny if he had, like, died, too. Again, like the last dude. That goes so much more poorly than I'm thinking it ought to on his end. Like, that's so weird. Alright. I don't think we can do this. Not well enough. Like, I have to keep consistent on the nullifiers. Dang it! Oh, it was too much power. Let's go! Oh, that crit was beautiful. Just jab, yeah, looking good, nice and clean. Oh, that was so clean. The only problem with that was literally the special 3. It was just a little bit too much power from the buffs. Yeah, that Nova Flame, man, it's no joke. It's no joke. Yeah, I wouldn't think like you should take that much damage from the armor ups at the start. Like if you just start with the heavy. Crazy. I wonder if that would have like actually worked, because I went to 2 special 2s. I wonder if that would have worked if I had like special 1, special 2'd, if that would have been good enough. I don't know. Using 3 bars of power instead, if that would have been enough reach. Might have been. Who knows? I'm like, what happened there? I'm like, I accepted! Valharoon. No Spidey woman. No Tigra either, actually. Okay. Get out of here. I don't like it, but we're gonna do that. Nice. The fact that she just like completely makes everything a non-issue is annoying. Let's see. I'm gonna take you. I've tried Hulkling a couple times now. I've failed every time. Like I've been screwed in one way or another every single time. In a not so pleasant fashion. Dang it. Down again, man. Garbage! Not funsies. Alright, let's start with Rintra. Problem is that stupid, yeah, that stupid Dark Phoenix is a problem. This is just gonna be too much damage loss or health loss, man. Strathrow can do Rinse, but I don't like that matchup. But given the disparity in ranks, like it should, he's gonna win unless something horribly goes wrong. Dude, why would you throw that? Dude, why is that clipped, man? It's so stupid. I'm just dead from that. Yeah, dude, like... no counters, man, like... Not that I have, like, a bunch for her in my deck anyway. Yeah. Fight works, just slow as all get out. Ah, such garbage! Yeah, I mean, we could pull out a win here still, but I'm cutting it uber close. He has to use Gallon here for me to win. And he did not, so we lost, but you know. And chances are, like, honestly, we still even lose this. Because, like, Jean Grey sucks to fight. Bro. I mean, we full yellow barred it. I honestly was thought that that was gonna be a lot more rough, but we lost anyway because it's got Gallon now, so. So pretty sure we're just screwed. interesting, actually. I don't know why he put Sinister down. It's peculiar. Bro. Dang it, dude. I'm gonna time out. Golly, dude. I thought that would go way better than it would. Sheesh. If he didn't start with 2 friggin' Mystic charges, that would have substantially helped. God. Garbage. Ugh. It's so obvious to tell, like, in the draft, like, who should win. Or who is, apart from, like, Error, who is going to win, you know? It's, like, very blatantly obvious. Ooh, Super Scroll. That's an interesting one, actually. Dang. I'm getting rid of that one. That is rough. Ah. Hold on. Thought that was on. Legend. Why is it that I have to be screwed over by frickin' serpents every single time? Let's see. for Sneeko. I mean, because Lumitrix is a dick. That's not at all surprising. Ouch. Bro. Oh! Dude, what the fudge? Dumb. Dumb. I don't know why you like threw round one though, realistically not. I don't know. It's weird. Weird. I don't know. This is actually weird the way this draft wound up. Back later, our right zone. I'm gonna take a second after this one to see what that call was all about. Alright, we're gonna see if we can't Thanos this. There's a chance we can. The non-zero chance we can. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Did you throw it? You. I mean, Thanos, man. I mean, he is a champion of all time. Oh my gosh. Really? Unbelievable. I had a perfect fight, and I'm gonna lose that match now because of that garbage. Unbelievable. So stupid. Dude, it's just gonna give me an auto lose, man. I'm not even gonna be able to play round 3. Unbelievable. That would have been won. Round 2 just done. Almost guaranteed because of how clean that was. Unreal, dude. Yeah, just freaking gave me the loss. Unbelievable. Alright, give me freaking... give me a second. No. Be right back. Apparently my mic was still muted. I thought I had fixed that. Thank you, ma'am. Much appreciated. Yeah, I should have noticed that, but of course. Going pretty well. We might be alright. She does have regen, but I think she's gonna like ramp up this glancing pretty hard. Oh. Yeah, tanky boy. Let's go. Whew. Spot. Yeah, Spot can do Zola. It's actually a particularly good matchup, actually. Yeah. Alright, let's see if we can get back over 100. Those 3 losses really hurt. 3 and then 1 and then 2. So yeah, we dropped down pretty hard there. 5 losses with only one in. So in 6 matches we lost 5. Carlos Max Bro. Alright, so now this is an interesting one. Screw Gallon. Just get out of here. Oh man, like I just keeps ruining me, man. It really does. Alright, who do I got that can do that reasonably? You can do it. Let's go! Alright, finally we got a draft. We don't feel like we just get shafted in. Hallelujah. Golly, dude. Alright, he's got the torch, but I'm gonna go ahead and let him have that. Alright, we just gotta not get entirely screwed by not being able to stun him, so. I think he's gonna take enough in block damage, being only the 6-star. But it should probably go pretty quickly, I would imagine. Kind of depends on what stuff he gets. Is he gonna stick? Of course not. Broski. Oh my gosh. Dude, can you throw a special, please? Gosh, dude. I didn't have a single stun land the entire fight. Garbage, dude. Ugh. Garbage! Come rescue me. I think we got the advantage though. Yeah, just throw that. Okay. You can't do it when they have max limber. So, that's what. The stun falls off before you can pause it again. Alright. I think I'm advantaged here. He's punching up, I'm punching down. Let's see what happens. Like, so long as Limmer's not, like, high enough, like, yeah, it's fine. You can do it, but... Alright, I need you to do that. Okay. I think that's the one. Yeah, should be good. A toaster? No, I have an air fryer. I can make toast in that. But no, I don't have a specific toaster. That was a wonky draft. Got a little lucky that it panned out the way it did. Maybe I should have her in my deck. She seems to like function better than, you know, I was thinking she might otherwise, but I mean, I'm gonna go for a little bit. Do more arenas. Actually, did the other arena start today? We're back over 100, so we might call it there on the BGs at least. I need to burn some energy. Still got plenty of marks. Yeah. I think I'll probably want to just like not do this meta too much though, and just kind of do the objectives when they reset, which they reset today, so like I don't have to do it again until like Thursday, and just kind of do that. So it'll be Thursday and then Saturday, Monday. So, and then just kind of enjoy the final meta more probably. I would say, because it's not a particularly enjoyable meta. It really isn't. Like, there's a couple of fun interactions, but it's not like a fun time overall to just not use, like, just get screwed in an option because of the way the node's set up. It's just not good. So not a fan of that. I think what we could use again is I don't know if you've looked at the Realm event milestones, the question marks, but those are like for special events. Like if you click on it, it'll tell you. One of them is like for a new event, they'll come out if we reach it. One of the later ones closer to the top, or like the next one or the one above it or whatever, is player choice BG meta. Which one of the most popular and like enjoyed metas there have been is like crit me meta. Like crit me with you know, you intercept for guaranteed crits. That's been like universally like just a loved meta that I feel like we should get back again, because we've had it twice now. Like I feel like if we get the vote, like that'll probably come up again, because I'm pretty sure that's what was voted for last time. And it's like it's a fun one to just have, not like all the time, but like every several seasons, like have that meta, because like it's fun. Well, it doesn't necessarily need to be like a final week's meta every time necessarily, but like it is a fun meta. Although obviously it nerfs champions whose main damage output is like dot damage or red numbers or whatever, but yeah. Just nothing with like stupid power gain or messing with my ability to parry. I mean, the next week's meta kind of does that a little bit with the the stun immunity on the first hit and then goes on cooldown. I don't really love that either. Like, I'd honestly rather just full on stun immunity than having that. And stun immunity would be better than like debuff shrug off for regen or power or whatever, you know. Masochism kind of node. I don't know, I wouldn't mind them making something like new either that could be like interesting. That doesn't like. Ideally, like I want something that just like lets you use lets you use whoever you want to use, and it doesn't like mega enhance a specific kind of champion or detriment other kinds. Like crit me with your best shot is like good for just raw damage, but it detriments like champions whose mostly damage output is, you know, burst damage or red numbers that it doesn't include. As fun as that meta is, because it is fun. Power shields are good, but champions who already gain a bunch of power or a bunch of attack value in their base kit don't do as well with it because it's an additive, not a multiplier. Because it's a multiplier of base, not on when you throw it. So it doesn't, like Hulkling, for example, does worse in Power Shield than just normally because he loses out on all his basic hit damage. So it's just, and obviously the champions that have like a dot on their special attack just get insane, like Kate, Deadpool, you know, champions like that just go ham because the multiplier, it gets added to the dots. Onslaught even. So we need like something that just like is not like a nothing meta, but is like generic enough that it doesn't like mega enhance or screw with like any type of kind of champion. Something that relies on like just more skillful play. And as much as that pains me, that honestly comes down to like root or rooted kind of node. Those can be fun because it doesn't help or hurt any champion, and you can like control. As much as I dislike root, but that's how it usually winds up. And like certain like abilities will be like a benefit. Like if there's like unstoppable, like champions that counter unstoppable can be good. But you know, like I said, I don't want like a no node kind of meta where it's, you know, free for all and just uber nuki. Like it needs to have some kind of detriment. Actually, well, again, that's like that benefits like dot kind of champions a little bit. But the one that we haven't seen a second time that was like a really rough meta was I think it's called Rage. It's like an ability actually reduction immune like safeguard of I think it was like set at like 1.5% or something, 2% maybe. Usually it's like 2.5%. They get a fury, and if you hit that cap 5 times, they get 5 furies, and then they're unblockable the rest of the fight. It usually isn't the very next meta though. Like when new champions don't usually benefit from the the meta because like nobody has them to benefit from them. Or not enough people have them to benefit from it. So it can't really showcase the champion. But yeah, no. So we don't have it yet. Did it just end today? I don't know. I don't remember when it ended. But we can finish this arena off. Mixmaster, Safeguard. That one wasn't bad, but again, like, counter evade, shuts down. You have Bursty or ability extraduction to bypass the Safeguard, you know. That's where, like, the Rage one was very different. And the only really way around it was champions that could nullify to just, you know, so at least preventing the unblockability, you know. People were like using lower ranked champions that just had smaller health pools so that like the threshold of damage output to make them go unblockable was like lower. That was rough. Like people were using like Agent Venom index, man. Just unblockable special one, getting wrecked, you know. God, that meta sucked. I hated it. Really? Get out of here. Get out of here. Why can't I crit? Yeah. I just want that benefit to be like not like so stupid, like in the case of like Power Shield where Kate is just like 25-second fights, you know. Like I don't want the benefit to just be like make them a dominant champion. Like if they could like perform well, sure, but I don't want them to be just like such a benefit that they like dominate the mode and like if you don't have them or like you draft them and you just win, like that's not fun either. It's like who can get the most nukes to draft it, you know. Like you want it to rely less on that kind of thing and more just like skill in draft and skill in fight, not just like, okay, I have this champion that can do, you know, a 20-second fight. Like Juggernaut. Juggernaut's like not a skill champion. Like he's stupid. He does, you know, 30-second fights or less in most fights he gets used for. Like 50 to like 70 seconds is a good like fight time range, you know. If you have fights that can like stall, just like a bad matchup or something, you can stall. Like, okay, you're gonna take 90 plus seconds potential timeout, chip damage, you know, that sort of thing, and like play around those sort of things. But like realistically, fights shouldn't be like some fights, sure, like if you just like that kind of matchup, where it's like, okay, well you shouldn't have let me do this sort of thing. There's not a lot of those scenarios, but like there's a few of them. That, you know, you can get like 35-second or less. But like Stark Spider-Man even, like he'll do sub 40-second fights versus basically anybody you can use him for. Arms race, yeah. You just spend like 15 seconds ramping them up, and then it's like combo, heavy, combo, and it's just like special one, combo, relic, combo, special one, and they're dead. It's just like, and they don't have the chance to do anything. Or I guess like in the scenario of like having just like the proper ultimate counter to like an Atuma on defense, like that fight will go pretty quickly if you're using like a Dazzler or an Onslaught. It's a pretty quick and easy fight with either of those. It's like, okay, but if you like don't have that counter and you get him on defense, like yeah, your fight should be, you know, damage back, longer, you know. The fact that you get like a 51k score versus that like an Atuma with a Juggernaut, like that's not okay. That's just plain stupid. Mitigates the damage, and because he has such damage output, he's not doing that many hits, so the opportunity to even take any damage is lower anyway, because the fight's shorter. It's like, great. Yeah, I knew it was an auto block. But I mean, it's hard to like keep that in perspective. Just because there are so many champions and interactions, and you know, and if they make anything new, like they have to. I mean, it's hard for them to make anything new and not have it like broken the first time they introduce it. I mean, this is the first time they've had like a Saga thing and it applied to everybody somehow instead of just the Saga champions. I don't know how that happened. That's never happened before. But even then, like the note itself doesn't work the way the description says it's supposed to anyway. Let alone the fact that it was being useful on, or being, it wasn't useful, being applied to all champions. Like it doesn't even function the way it's described to function. Like, which again is more of an irritation to me than, you know, like I would have been like, I'm honestly surprised they ended up fixing it, because like I don't think it was like a help or a hurt, because it wasn't like, it's not like such a busted thing that like most champions that even matter to even use it for anyway, and because it was on everybody, everyone got to use it like if they wanted to, like, so like it just, I don't know, it just didn't matter. I don't think it was, since it happened to be broken, I don't think it was worth their time actually fixing it. So it was kind of a stupid Saga boost anyway. The last, the thing one wasn't particularly great either. It wasn't interesting. At least that one seemed to work the way it was described to work. But what irritated me about that one is like we were sold on it, like, oh, use this and do your EQ, but it didn't apply, and I'm not sure if it was the same thing on this one, but it didn't apply in Valiant EQ. Like you could use a Saga champion for the thing one, and it just wasn't on the Valiant level. Like it would apply it in the lower difficulties. I'm not sure if it applied in the Paragon Gauntlet. I wasn't paying attention enough to that, but it did not apply in the Valiant one. I was like, well, that's where it like actually would have been helpful. It's like it's still EQ, but it didn't apply there for some stupid reason, which irritated me. I'm like, I don't need a boost to do Thronebreaker, or I wasn't even do Thronebreaker, and all the other difficulties that I want to do for units, I can auto fight. You know, like champions are high enough now that like that's a thing. Throw it. Yeah, I knew that was happening. Yeah. Her special one actually doesn't do that much. Like I was a little disappointed. Like the burst was doing a little bit. Like the burst was doing more than the hits themselves on the special one when I threw it. When I fought in BGs there. Like the hits themselves were doing like 2,000 damage. The burst was like over 3,000. So it was like it was still a lot of damage, but like because of the how slow that like if I could do 8,000 on a medium, like just comboing was like felt like it would be higher DPS than throwing a slow special animation. But that's just me. Now, if they just add enough of the right nodes as well, they could make it such that like it could benefit different champions in different ways, and it could be like a real more pick your own adventure, how to do a fight based on who you're using, sort of thing. As long as it doesn't go too far in any one direction for each unique type of thing. How they'd implement that could be tricky, because obviously, like if you have like a power shield node, and you know. First up those kind of champions. Well, the way that node in itself functions negates their ability to have other things work, because it just only does damage for specials. It might take like a bit of coding finesse, which they definitely sometimes lack. Because half the time, like something's supposed to be a particular way, and it just doesn't work that way. And I'm not sure, and you're never sure. It's like, okay, is it just described wrong? Is it working how they wanted it to work, or is it bugged? Like you just never know. Like I'm gonna assume it's working, but you know, it's like maybe it's not. But then there's gonna be people that complain. There's too many nodes. There's too much reading. I'm like, dude, don't you want to know what's going on in the fight you're trying to do? Like, I don't know. That's never been a problem for me. I've never understood that. Like, there's like I make them wordy. I don't care if you need to be as specific as possible so you can understand how a node functions. Like, fine. They've gotten a little bit better at like keeping like a glossary and things like, like, okay, that's like a particular term, like, okay, let me click on it so it shows like what it's actually doing, because there's just so many brand new terms and words that just like exist only as a part of this game, to have like what they do, that it's like it is hard to keep track of. Like, okay, well, I know I've heard this term before, like I know this champion has it, but what does it actually do? We have all kinds of power things, all kinds of debuffs, passives, unstoppable different things. I mean, there's like a bunch of different things that counter unstoppable. I mean, you have slow, you have grit, you have halt. It's just game is just getting more and more convoluted, and if they can't, and not every champion has like the abilities like glossary. It's like, oh, just assume you know what this term means. And obviously it gets cluttered if you try and glossary every term that could have a meaning in it. Certain ones should be obvious, but for like the ones that aren't obvious, that aren't like a generic RPG sort of thing, to like, okay, what is this thing actually? Like, what does halt do? What does grit do? Like, those aren't like normal RPG terms. Like, people know what crit damage, crit rate, things like that doesn't need to be explained everywhere it comes up. Base RPG asks, like obvious things, and it becomes like, I imagine it becomes such a nightmare in and of itself, because this is an English based game. You make up random terms to have random associations in English. Like, I can imagine it being a nightmare trying to translate it into other languages and have it be understood by people in other languages. Because this game has a lot of translations. How they do that, in like, if they have like a team, or if they just, everything gets like thrown through like Google Translate or something, like, stuff gets lost in translation really easily, I am sure. Especially for like the obscure stuff. I've always found that fascinating, because like, no two languages like directly translate to each other. Like, they just don't. Like, words become no like two words like just go one-to-one across an entire language. Some languages just don't have a word for what the word is for, and you have to, like, it's the way it's described in their language for what the thing is your word does is a direct translation. My favorite like example of that is like, because I know what the it is Spanish. There's no Spanish word for toes. The direct translation for what toes are is fingers of the foot, which sounds weird, but that's how it is in Spanish. Like, that's how what you say to mean toes, the fingers of the foot. And obviously, as technologies and cultures grow, I mean, stuff gets invented. You needed a word for it, and then it's like, like TV, television, like that didn't exist before, it was invented. And then other languages generally just kind of like make it like the base and like accent it for a lot of languages. A lot of like borrowed words where they just kind of like, it sounds like you're just saying the English with like whatever language accent you're speaking, sort of, Come on. It just do be like that. Come on. Glanced it, you jerk. You're still dead. I hate Storm Pyramid X. I don't like her offensively. Sure, her glancing is obnoxious. I hate fighting her. Not a ton of champions that can like actually power drain her to shut it off, and it doesn't like restart the cooldown either. If you power drain while it's on cooldown, it doesn't like refresh that cooldown. You have to do it after the fact. So it's like there's some things that just don't work how I would like them to function, you know? And not too many champions can even do the power drain in the first place. It's hard to do with Fan because like you need to ramp them up for it to trigger more frequently. You just throw the special one, that'll do it. But they could throw off your rotation. It's just like the timing of it when it like comes off cooldown, and it's like you're not helping me, bro. Let's see. Let's see. Have I gotten anything else in this afternoon? Tuesday may not be the day for it. Why is it like never work properly when I'm trying to stream? Broski. Okay, nothing of importances. Got stand up. I'm glad they didn't like mess with like stand up. Like the only thing they tweaked was like when they're red, like to just like throw special 3 when they're on the ground, you know, which is it looks stupid because they're like why can't I throw my special 3 while I'm standing up, you know, like while I'm on the ground, like you knock me down, push me to special 3, like why do I have to wait so long to be able to throw it, you know? Like, not fair. Not fair at all. I don't know how Rich like finds like people send him these things because they're on the forums more, or does he just spend a ton of time on the forums? Rich the man like finds. I hate the forums, man. I can't find useful stuff because it's never like what he talks about is like never like just on the home screen half the time. Like it's like deep in in forums. Okay. Okay, well that's cool. They're giving everybody units. They almost never give that with compensation. They're giving units in compensation for the downtime? Heck yeah. 150 units. Heck yeah. An extra one single raid run, which makes sense. But like if it like went out of service like while you were in your raid fight, like that's kind of why that's in there. Similarly, I guess with like war potions stuff, which really screws over that more than most anything else. But I probably won't. It just has it shown up yet for you? I haven't seen it yet. I'll probably hold on to it for now. I haven't checked. Like once I need the refill, it like depends on when the refills. Cause like I'm holding on to like I have 15 refills that basically in my stash to claim that will basically never expire. There's special ones that they've like sent or come through from like the Twitch drops that have a 10-year lifespan in the game stash. So like I can hold on to it indefinitely. Up to, 10 years, which, who knows. Oh yeah, I've got like, so I've got those 15 plus other ones, plus I still have the 15 from this cycle's leveling up champions ones, where it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 15 refills. I haven't claimed any of those. There's another 15 there, so I have more than 30 just sitting in my stash, not even claimed, and I've got like 15, 16 in my overflow already at the moment anyway. So like I am set on refills for a while, which I don't hate on, because like in the current setup need a bunch of refills. We'll have to see tomorrow how the new side quest thing like goes. We might actually do that instead of like BGs. Yeah, I don't have that many. Have you picked up like a couple of the like the EQ offers for like boosts and stuff or something? Is that why you have so many? 'Cause I have a lot, and like that's even more excessive. I feel like the only way to get quite that many is to be buying those for boosts. Because I've got, yeah, 15 in the overflow at the moment, and another 30 some odd unclaimed that I just don't need to worry about. But it's all good. It's all good. It's still pretty early. How long was my first part that before it crashed? It wasn't too terribly late, so I've had a total of like 4 hours today, right? The first, yeah, first one was almost a quarter, 15 minutes shy. Five, 3, 6. I thought you couldn't farm energy there anymore. Like, I thought the drop rate wasn't like consistent enough to actually like, gain energy that way. Like it used to be like, yeah, you could like actually gain energy, but did they like wig out and like make it farmable again there? Like you used to be able to just indefinitely farm like revives and refills there, because like how much energy it costs and how frequently they came up, like you could just do it indefinitely. Yeah, I haven't bothered with Thronebreaker EQ either since Valiant came out. Which has been nice, because like everything else can just be auto. Because I don't do cab either. Because it doesn't have the units, so it's like the rewards is just not worth it. It takes too much energy, so it's like, I'll take the units. I'll take units, please. Human Torch, that's not good. Like a 14 damage. Yeah. I'll have to check the quest. Because even breaking even is useful to just like extend, like, okay, I don't have anything to use on right now. Let me just extend it, basically. It's so I can use it when I do need it, as opposed to just having it be wasted. Like I haven't looked at the quest in ages, because like it's just because it had been changed. So I usually don't wind up like with actual any energy extra for a while, because I use marks and then I need energy for just finishing up the EQs. And it can auto fight it, so. I did not mean to do that. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, we're just dead. Aiden, or Alden, sorry, it's not an I. Yeah, you count it out though, actually. The ones on the side, even if they have a small one, it's a net still more energy to do the one with a single small than it is to just do a shorter path. I messed up. See, like I started with the heavy in the other fight. Like I meant to do that for this fight and just like do heavies for it so I wouldn't ramp up like that, but then I didn't. Idiots. Goodbye. Was good, man. Lasagna. I feel like it's probably a good thing we're gonna have a different set of champions next week, because people are having a rough time of this raid. Which is a big bummer. Because I'm like, like I can't. Like I can do decent, but like I can't carry it either. Like whereas Purgatory, you can like just go in with a small one and easily hit the damage cap. I'm like, I can't quite do that. Recover from your tilt, yeah. I lost a bunch, but I mean I didn't. I think from how much, I think I peaked at like, I think I'm like a couple wins maybe below peak just because I lost so many in a row. You sent me, okay, I can take a look at that. I can seize it. Okay, could you like not do that, please? Jeez. Dude, no, okay, at least I got my block up. That was good. Bro, can you like dash, please? Don't evade. Thank you. So I'm gonna make the picture bigger. Line not responding. It's not helpful. Bro, I thought it like crashed there for a second. Like, what is going on? Yeah, 50. Sheesh, dude. That is insane. That's definitely a net positive, because like, there's no way to get that many without like a farm. Like I've not been like claiming them, and even if I did, like I wouldn't have then the excess that unclaimed. That is insanity. God. Mother, all together. More to be kind. Rough. Dang. Unhelpful. Bro. Dang. We got way more points. Like, we're gonna hit it in 100 rounds. That's the fastest I've ever gotten the milestones. Apart from like boosted 3 stars anyway. Yeah, it costs energy to do the new side quest. Like how fast and how much energy it's gonna take to like get all the points. It seems like it's gonna be weird, like very RNG dependent on like how many points you actually get in any given amount of energy. So we'll see how it goes. There's gonna be a lot of people like live tomorrow, like showing it off. I'm very curious to see like what the kind of scores people are gonna wind up with. You know, like I feel like the top like 200 spots, people are gonna be spending units on the refills to play the mode enough to get scores. Which is why I mentioned this yesterday. We're like, the way it's set up, Kabama's gonna have to keep such a close eye on those 200 spots. I think it's only 200 that has any rank reward. Is there? I think there might be. Those are the ones that matter at least. Because the way it's set up looks like it's bottable for the people like know how to do that and just like do that in the game. That they'd just be able to just like have it running for the 3 weeks straight, you know, and just get points, you know, like how people do arena and just get those scores and get the top spots, you know. So Kabama's gonna have to be really on top of it to make sure they're vetting those spots, and banning people that are not playing properly. Yeah, exactly. Because this is the first time there's going to be an in-game way to grind the new 7-star. This is the first. So like, whenever there's like a first and like high-end value something like this, cheaters, modders, botters, all that, they come out of the woodwork. You know, they just appear. Always. They always appear. So like it's just they're gonna have to be on top of it and make sure they're keeping an eye on the event, so they can actively get rid of people that are doing that. And not like just wait until the end, because you know there might be too many at that point to like vet properly and get the rewards out of it, because you know what people want. So like they need to be across the 3 weeks, like every few days, like checking the board, because they have all the data. Like they can see all of it, like how many points everybody has, how many matches they've done, and you know it should be pretty obviously like what is should be possible in a given time frame for a person to do. You know, if their data shows, you know, somebody's been cycling points non-stop for 72 hours straight. Like, it's not humanly possible to just go 72 hours straight getting points, you know. It's like just like flag it, you know, and like deal with it, you know. Yeah, I really hope they address like the Elder Mark and like Alliance. To where like it would be more valuable because they're not getting Radiance, but if they're not placing high enough to get Radiance, they're not getting those things from BG ranked. So it's like, it's just the only upside to it, like the Eldritch Marks right now, is that it's used as basically free entries into playing Battlegrounds, and I'm not spending energy to do it by using marks. Like, that's the way I see marks right now, not as a way of getting more points. It's just free entry into playing the mode I want to play. Which if they opt to just like get rid of the event, get rid of marks, or whatever, they're gonna have to make it substantially less energy, or do something to, you know, I don't know. Yeah, Radiance in that event, I don't know that that's necessarily the answer either. I honestly don't know what they could do now that the Radiant store exists and like how strong it is and all that. Like, I don't know if there's a good solution. To making it better. Like I said, like, I don't necessarily want them to get rid of all of it, because Eldritch Marks right now is free access to the mode. But it also just doesn't feel good to have this event that just doesn't really matter, and it's just like you place where you place and get like a little bit of just bonus, you know. It's just it doesn't, it's not like a meaningful of anything. I don't know. Honestly, with the solo event gone, the only reason, like, the victory track used to be like, okay, I liked going through the victory track because of the solo event. Now that the solo event doesn't exist, like and the way they changed the point system for the GC, the victory track has no meaning to me whatsoever. Like, the victory track is just stupid. Like, so like the couple, well, it was only one season for me. So the season like where we started basically at the GC, that was like kind of good. Like, that was great. Because the solo event isn't there, and because my win rate, because the way the matchmaking set up, you just have a higher win rate in the victory track if you're a higher end player. So now without that, like, there's just, and the points is so multiplied for marks in the GC, like, that's where you want to use the marks. You don't want to just win in the victory track, because it's, you know, even with a slightly lower win rate, you'll get more points overall. Just using it in the GC. So I don't mind it being gone, but I also, it not being there, the victory track serves no purpose for me. Like, it's just something to get through to get to where anything matters, you know. I do not need to run another. Let's see, how is Ma looking? Is he still like above? Yeah, he's still like above 10%. Like, ugh. Bro, guys. I can't be like single-handedly doing these fights. I can't have you just like wasting all of your revives either. So he didn't swap out his champion. He is using Purgatory. I don't know. There's charges at least. I would have, like, if I had not gone in a second time, like, I would have at least taken off another chunk. It's like with the ramp up, like, I can pretty easily just dominate and just hit damage cap, with at least with these first two. It's like he's still. Come on, bro. Can you like, bro? It hit me on the counter because I freaking lagged. Dude! Wait, that one's my fault. Come on. Dude. Oh my gosh. Dude, friggin' lag was the problem on that stupid fight, man. Unbelievable. If it wasn't for lag... Dude, he wouldn't heavy me! And then when he was, the game was freaking wigging out, man. So dumb. Ugh. I don't know. I feel like they don't want to like have radiance in too many spots though, because they can't have like a substantial amount in it, because then your placement, like mid placement, is going to be less important. Of course, like I couldn't close the game fast enough before actually like dying, so like that was still a death. So dumb. That was such garbage. You know, it'd be really nice if the game just worked. Come on. Okay, that one was my fault. All right, I need you to throw that. Hold on. Like it just Come on. I need to throw that. Eh. There it went. The lineup on Maz is not quite as good as got the rooted special 2 death. Alright, this should be damage cap. Oh yeah, we got it. Special 2 death. The Titania is amazing. It depends on what role you are. I know Titania is a monster for both of these fights. That one took longer. I mean, even with full charges, I mean, that was over 3 minutes to do that one, but yeah. I don't know if she what tag she is. Is she up the middle? Is she Vanguard? I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. Like, I can do a max do 36% more before the revives refresh. Like, is everybody else doing like good, more or less? Like, we definitely don't need the bonus on that side. We might need the backup on this side. It's like Willie's backup. We might, like, this left side is just struggling, man. Yeah. This is why we need the test map, so people are like, okay, if we don't know, like, people can test it out and like see, like, okay, yeah, this does in fact work great, you know. I didn't wait it out. Is it what, like 80%? So we need to go down to 68. Wow, give me a big crit, man. Jeez, how many times are you gonna do light, man? That should, I think, give me the damage cap. We need some crits and oh baby. There it is. Got him. God, friggin' lag prevented me from doing an extra 12% on that other revive. So stupid, dude. That one was a lot faster. That one went better. Ugh. Yeah, Titanic crushes that fight. Much good. Problem is that fight does require just enough blocking that like I can't just like use a small revive, and even some health potions, like her health pool is too big. Like I would need at least half of my health to not just straight die. Trying to get the setup going. And it takes, you know, a minute to like get her ramp before she actually does a meaningful amount of damage. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Alright. Oh, I need to go to the bathroom. Let's see. I think I'm gonna chill though. I think I'm gonna call it there. Got 4.5-ish hours on. Yeah, what's up, Robert? Yeah, so I think we'll call it there. I just need to tweak up a little of the other enemies I can do later and stuff. 4 stars done. The other ones just need a little bit of finishing off. Extended game server, yay! I mean, this one will get claimed before too long because it has the points in it, but I'm really surprised they're just free units. Like, they never give units in their compensation, so that's astounding. I'll take it. I really don't want to have to claim that for us to get through this week. That would abysmally suck. Still have to claim those. So, and then I need like one more week of this, and then I can get another rank 4. So. Cool beans. Yeah, we'll call it there. It's pretty early. I usually go fairly late, but this meta wasn't like kind of blah. We'd probably do more BGs or something. But like I need to kind of do some stuff anyway. So. Whoa. So we'll go ahead and call it there, and we'll have to try out the new competitive or ranked like side quests tomorrow and stuff. So we'll see how that goes. It'll be interesting. But for now, we will sign ourselves off and have ourselves a great rest of your night, and hopefully we all have fun with the new events. And they did, like, because usually even when they've had the other like side quests start later, like there's been like an objective, so you aren't actually missing on Radiance, or not Radiance, the side quest store, and they specifically said like, don't worry, like you'll still get, but like because the store resets weekly, you need to get it weekly to be able to spend it. So like it's just getting more, like double in the next week doesn't necessarily help you. You can only spend so much in a week anyway. So like, I don't know. It's whatever. So I need to pick up some. Okay, these things are back. That was weird. Like everything just like froze. Let's see. Do we want to spend another 10? No, 13. Hold off on that, right? If we do, what else? But yeah, so have yourself a good night. Maybe see you around, and like, hopefully Max will be back tonight. He wasn't on last night as far as I saw, so hopefully see people around. I think Abdo's doing Claire Obscura or something tonight. I think is his plan, so I won't be watching that. But if y'all like it, it'll be there. So good night, peace, and I will see you around.